So a couple other things, just to kind of talk about here is as you're participating in a sale for the first time. One is the 80% rule. Um, you'll learn about you'll when you come to the kickoff, you'll get a packet, and your packet will have a dollar figure at the top of it. If your unit is going to participate in the show and sell part of the sale, um, there'll be a number that is 80% of your total sale from the previous year. So what that means is that if you sold $1,000 last year in your total overall sale, you can pre-order up to $800 worth of product for show and sell. So that's product that you can take with you, whether you're going to do show and sell at a store location, or if you're going to do show and sells as sort of a wagon dragon. That means that you can take $800 worth of product, divvy it up between your scouts, and then you can return any of that product that you don't use or don't sell back to us with no penalty. So 80% is there just to make sure we have a starting point, especially if this is the first time you've placed an order. Gives you a starting point of how much should I order. One of the other things too is some people get concerned is, man, I don't feel like that's enough product. I think I can sell more product. That's great. People can do one of two things. One is we have a waiver form that you can sign if you initially want to take more than the 80%. Is you can sign that waiver form, but the problem is you won't be able to return the product. So what I recommend to people, sort of this next step, is as you're getting low on product, you contact us. During the sale, we usually have additional product on hand, and if there's a particular product that we start to run short on, we start reaching out to other units and say, hey, if you've got leftover product and you don't think you'll be able to sell it, give it back to us and we'll get it redistributed to other folks. So contact us. Let us know if you're running low on product so that we can keep your supply up and make sure that if you're at a show and sell or you're at an event, you don't run out of those products. Another thing to go through is just the calendar. This is a copy of the 2015 Popcorn and Candy Sale calendar. This will be available on the website and will also be available to you in your packet that you pick up at the kickoff. And what it does is it shows what are the key dates for the show and sell part of the sale, the take order part of the sale, or dates that apply to both parts of the sale. So you can see that our sale really starts here in August, really with the kickoff, and ends really in October. That's when all of the orders are due. Our final pickup of popcorn is in November, and our final due date for final due date for dollars is in December. So the last thing I'm going to try to walk through here tonight is your first order. A lot of folks, I mentioned it just before, that 80% rule gives you some sort of parameters, some guidance in setting your first order. A lot of people say, how do I set my first order? How much popcorn, how much candy, what should I order if I'm going to do show and sell? Our general recommendation to folks is to stick to the basics. If you have too many products and you've not done this before, it can be pretty daunting. We do sell and have available a number of products. So what we say, if you're going to bulk up on something or you're going to make sure that you have the bulk of that initial order is on the top sellers or the sort of core products. And in 2014, our core products were the small or the classic caramel popcorn, the white cheddar cheese, butter light, unbelievable butter, and then the larger caramel corns with nuts, the almonds, cashews, and pecans. If you start this and this is the core of your order, you can't go wrong with this. If you've got other questions or other thoughts or other ideas, something that you think, well, hey, maybe this product will sell a little bit better in our area than this product, feel free to reach out to us here at the Pennsylvania Dutch Council or reach out to your district kernel. Your district kernels are published in each of those issues of what's popping. They're also on the website. They'll also be in your materials for the sale. Please feel free to reach out to us, and we'll help you put together that very first order. Um, One of the other things, and this is sort of beyond the order, but a lot of folks ask this question. You'll see in a lot of our documentation in the past is that 70% of what is sold goes towards scouting. This year, in the popcorn side, actually 73% of what will be sold will go towards scouting. On the candy side, it will still remain at 70%. So what do we mean by that? So if we think about every dollar that's spent, 73% of that dollar stays with scouting. So that 73 cents on the dollar stays with either your local unit or the Pennsylvania Dutch Council. So units, just starting off, receive between 32 and 36% commission. So off of that dollar, they're going to receive between 32 and 36 cents right off the bat. The average cost of our prizes on the prize program is about another 4 to 5%. So a unit is getting direct benefit of between 36 and 41% of that dollar. The remainder, either that 29 to 34% of that 73%, comes to the Pennsylvania Dutch Council, and those dollars help to support scouting operation year-round for all scouts. So this may be funds that go to Camp Mac and Camp Bayshore to provide the facilities that we have there, go to provide materials for events, camporees and things like that, and try to keep those costs down. Go towards a variety of things as we support our unit leaders through our council service center, through our facilities, through our trips. That's where that 29 to 34% goes. So then the other 27% is the direct cost that is incurred and that we pay directly to the popcorn company. So sharing here just sort of brings up those, where do the unit dollars go, where do the council dollars go. So some of the last things here we've got there are some great resources for you as we move into the sale. One is our Pennsylvania Dutch Council website. You can click on there, you can follow the fundraising link and find all of the information about popcorn. You can find all our forums, information. It's a great tool. The Trials to End website is an important tool as well. We talked about the Keller Prize system and Facebook. There's a lot of great pieces there. We try to put announcements out there as the sale is going. There are a couple of exciting things that we're going to try to do a little bit more this year with Facebook to engage everyone in what we're doing in the popcorn sale. At this point, before we get into any of the questions, I just want to say thank you for, one, again, agreeing to be a popcorn and candy kernel this year. It's such an important job, and we're so glad that you're on board with us and helping to make this happen. And two, just want to say thank you for taking the time tonight to sit through this webinar. Hopefully it has been helpful for you. We're going to take a couple minutes here, and we're going to go through some of the questions that you may or may not have, and share some of the ideas that some of the other folks on the call may have with us. And then we'll hopefully see you then at our kickoff on August 5th. Thank you.